Jo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einem neuen Genshin Impact Video. Wir machen heute weiter mit dem Archontenauftrag und der Mission Teuflisches Auge. Die Geheimwaffe und letzte Zuflucht des Widerstands sind in der Tat das teuflische Auge. Teppa ist tot. Wait, Moment, was? Okay, also das haben sie letztes Mal nur angeteasert, ob er wirklich gestorben ist, wusste man nicht. Beziehungsweise wurde nicht gezeigt. Entzündet eine unstillbare Flamme der Wut in dir. Ja, okay. Anscheinend bin ich wütend. Verstehe. Passt. Wusste ich nicht, aber okay, ich bin stinkwütend. Nice. Okay. Wir sind wütend. Passt. Ich dachte, was? Ich dachte, er ist tot. Keiner von uns hat es bemerkt.
I have put out the order to seize all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been less fortunate.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
Okay, I'll leave you to deal with the situation. I have to get to the front line. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling to recover, it could well undo everything we have achieved so far. What are your thoughts?
Die Fatui aufhalten.
No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. They can't have done it without local support. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded. It's dangerous to go alone. At least take some troops with you.
Keine Zeit.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. Let me think. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure the supply of raw materials. Not many places meet these criteria, and if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the southwest of Yashiori Island. I'm not going to stop you, but please, be careful. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Lass uns gehen.
You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Ich habe die Sprechblase gerade gar nicht gesehen, weil das nur die Punkte waren. Also Yashiori. Yashiori. Oh, nice. Das ist immer eine gute Location. Aber so ich würde jetzt mal gerne wissen, was die unter Fabrik verstehen. Das sind bestimmt nur so 2 Häuser und 2 Öfen oder irgendwie sowas. Oh. Oh, oder gar nicht. Wait, what? Achso, hier ist wahrscheinlich, ja, na, Moment. Ein extra Dungeon. Leute, geht zur Fabrik der euflischen Augen. Nice. Teuflische Augen dürfen sich nicht in ganz Inazuma ausbreiten. Du wirst nicht tatenlos zusehen, wie sie immer mehr Leid verursachen. Empfohlen wird wieder eine 4er-Kombi. Ich gehe aber nur mit 2 rein. Ja, aber es geht noch. Kein Abgrund. Herold oder so ist dabei. Also das sind eigentlich die normalen, üblichen Verdächtigen. Let's go. So. Ich weiß nicht, ob hier drin Truhen sein können. Ich glaube ehrlich gesagt nicht, da ich probiere trotzdem mal drauf zu achten. What the hell? Was ist gerade passiert? What?
Time to go.
Servus.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is strict. I can no longer hold back. Rain outlines your key. Let's move.
Oh nein, 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 nein. Oh man, Mist. Aber ich glaube, man kann wieder hochfahren. Man kann auch wieder hochfahren, soweit ich weiß, oder? Oh oh. Ich habe das Ding nicht mitgenommen. What? Ich musste noch mal hochkommen. No. Muss ich jetzt neu starten? Ah, ist das bescheuert, ey. Ich bin halt aus Versehen da drauf gegangen. Ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, dass ich neu starten muss. Besiegen wir die trotzdem mal schnell. Ja, es wird mir halt da oben immer noch angezeigt, dass ich das holen muss. Ich weiß es ja auch, dass ich das holen muss. Aber die Tür öffnet sich jetzt trotzdem. Okay. Ja, das... Ich habe das andere nicht. Wird es halt wieder so ein Tor geben, wo du nicht durchkommst dann. Oh, hier ist eine Truhe. Nice. Okay, wir fahren immerhin nach oben. Das ist auf jeden Fall schon mal nicht schlecht. Ich wollte nur kurz gucken. Es gibt 3 Plattformen. Ich wollte eigentlich... Nein! Oh, ups. Vielleicht spawnen wir jetzt oben. Vielleicht war das gar nicht so schlecht. Ne, leider nicht. Okay. Ja, ich wollte halt nur gucken, ob es hier vielleicht einen Weg gibt, wieder auf die andere Seite zu kommen oder so. Aber ja, wir fahren immer noch weiter nach oben. Also jetzt müssten wir sogar höher sein als vorhin. Ah ja, okay. Ja gut, dann war das wahrscheinlich sogar beabsichtigt so. Aber wo ist dann das Tor? Ach so, hier. Nee. Ah, nevermind, von da bin ich ja gekommen. Ich war jetzt im falschen Stockwerk mit den Gedanken. Okay, dann passt schon, dann war es so gewollt. Dann war das so gewollt. Oh. Damn.
Time to act. Body and
Oh lol. Ich dachte, er wäre besiegt. Da ist die Spiegeljungfrau, also sonst wird es wahrscheinlich auch die letzten Gegner. Finde den Draht. Oh.
You actually managed to find this place.
Oh, neuer Charakter.
Congratulations. Barely 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead.
Lustig, wie auf Deutsch einfach was komplett anderes dasteht. You want me dead, hat er gesagt. Also du willst mich nicht nur bekämpfen, sondern fertig machen, töten, whatever. Und hier steht einfach nur, du willst mit mir kämpfen. Oder wolltest mit mir kämpfen. Hier steht die teuflischen Augen her.
Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. You've changed. You're getting weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time, but each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause. Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the funny side.
Ist nicht inkompetent. Oh, shit. Oh, Baby. Er hat das Monster in mir erweckt.
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Ja, Miko?
Oh, you recognize me right away. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Miko? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Wie genau konntest du mich vor Scaramouche retten?
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me?
Nein.
Well, Maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
Danke, ja, Miko.
I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they?
Was ist denn danach passiert?
You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Songonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person, but alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me.
Ist das der Grund für meine Rettung?
You've met her, right?
Shogun Raiden?
I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes?
In dieser Dimension?
Yes. The true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Aber warum macht sie sich so eine Mühe?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity.
Zhonglieb sprach auch von Erosion.
You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhongli was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss.
Bin mir noch nicht sicher, was ich tun soll.
The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt Decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt Decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
You're a fast learner. In short, This is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits.
Wisst ihr, was ich nicht verstehe? Warum hat man zwei Auswahlmöglichkeiten, die im Endeffekt der gleiche Satz ist, aber du kannst ja niemals beide nehmen? Also im Endeffekt sagt man ja, aber warum, und da macht man eine kleine Sprechpause, muss ich das machen? Und aber...
Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not disappoint me after all.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Ja, das war Cut Off. Nice. Alright. Ja gut, dann würde ich sagen, machen wir da beim nächsten Mal weiter. Ich bedanke mich recht herzlich fürs Zusehen, würde mich selber ein Like, Kommentar, ein Abo wie immer von euch freuen. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.